Ellen coming to you from Magnetic Pole Fit, and today I was going to do a tutorial for you about a position that I call a side knee hold. A lot of people call it a Jasmine. It's both of those things, so forgive me if I kind of switch terminology back and forth. But this is a really great move to start to work on from the ground where everything is nice and safe, because as you progress in your pole career, this is something that we do up in the air and is a nice transition through lots of different moves. But it's really great to work on nice and low here and start to get it very solid. So there's a few key principles to getting this move and feeling really confident in it. The first one is when you pick up your inside leg and put your knee on the pole, the first thing I want to try to do is really get this knee as high as I can. So if I hook my knee down here with it below my hip, this is going to be a lot harder to get into, and I'm going to end up on the floor really quickly. So I always like to think about a dog peeing on a bush, lean to the side a little bit, and bring this leg up as high as I really comfortably can. I'm then putting the pole flat against the back of my knee and hooking. So there is no air or space behind my knee. I couldn't fit a piece of paper between the back of my knee and the pole, and that's really important. Practice that grip. Open your knee, suck the pole into the back of it, and close it down. The same hand should be thumb up directly on top of that knee. And then you're gonna bend down and take your other hand as low as you can go with your trigger finger down the pole, okay? So from here, this is the moment that can feel a little bit scary. You're gonna put a bend in that top bicep, really depress your bottom shoulder to make sure that you're using the lats, and then you're gonna pick up this back leg and put it on the pole between your bottom hand and your top leg. The placement on this leg is really important. I've got the pole as close to my shorts as I can while still being on fabric. That's where you want to be. Putting the pole further down your leg feels really not secure. So deep into the crease of the leg, and then this leg pushes up towards my face and is actively really pressing. There should be a ton of pressure between that bottom thigh and the pole, so that now I feel like I've got two hands and two legs, and they're kind of each doing about 25% of the work here. There's a lot of different transitions that you can work on to come out of this position. My dismount was not super elegant there, but that's okay. You want to get super comfortable in this position, and then you can start to think about some transitions from there. Probably one of the first things that people start to work on out of this position is moving into a Superman or a Superwoman, and that can be a pretty painful transition and a little bit tricky, but the one thing I can show you is the first thing you can start to think about if you wanted to try to move from side knee into Superman. And it all has to do with understanding the weight balance between your hands and your legs. So from this position, remember I said I've got 25% of the weight in my limbs. What I want to be able to do now is get my top knee off the pole. And to do that, my bottom leg has to press like crazy. So this is the first thing you can start to work on, is just pick your knee up, put it back on. Pick your knee up, put it back on. If this bottom leg starts to slide out, you're not going to be able to stick it and stay for Superman or Superwoman. So that's the first transition to work on, but start with the side knee hold, get that really comfortable on both sides, and then you can start to think about picking that top knee off and putting it back on. Thanks, everybody.